Oh, I have my sound down. Sorry about that, guys. I had my sound down and couldn't hear when it started. I'm guessing that the sound is okay now. Okay, here we go. George and I just played an even up game. We did our handicap series, and I once again pushed him to 4 stones, and that's when we stop and try to get his game back, and so we went to even. And he just resigned. I was maybe 10 points ahead, which is good game. So we're going to take a look. Hopefully that made some sense. I'm the white stones. I never play this opening, but it looks somehow very appropriate here. I don't know, just felt that way. Okay. I decided I didn't want to take this cash. I just felt like I'm not doing enough because my 2 corner moves are both very small moves. The 3/3 is a tiny little thing. All it's got is life and 8 points. And it's not affecting the rest of the board. So it's a different kind of opening. So I wanted to keep it going, get into the 3/3. I prefer this move, but every time I play it, I read it out. And in this case, I didn't like it. The ladder works for black, which means I'm supposed to play this and the variation I don't even know. It's pretty complex. If the ladder is fine for me, let's just pretend it is, and black plays here. I just felt this was just too much in black's favor. Didn't like it. So I played, for me, this is an unusual move. I feel like I'm not doing much with this move, so I tend to not play it. But here it is, black's move. Comes out here, which seems appropriate. What about this one? I'm going to respond. I would do it this way, George. George is here, but his sound isn't working well, so I'll talk to him and about him, but he won't be talking this time. Okay, so I prefer this, but this certainly makes sense. There's a small thing going on here for white. Should I press it A or B? The way I decide for right or wrong is bye, hon. Black now has the option between A or B. I didn't like this so much. Oh, this is supposed to be here. Sorry about that. I'm not that it's bad, but that top area concerns me. That's how I went this way. So if he plays here, I'm less concerned. He didn't play here, and this group ended up dying. I would play here just because it's Jaceki and I know it's safe. Playing away, big move. But now we've got this group that's doesn't have a base. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't. Yeah, awkward group. My plan was to ignore this, but if I do, this is the Jaceki, and my right side is very timid, low, and the bottom is enormous in Sente. Whatever happens next is grand. So I didn't like that at all. So I went ahead and played this out, and then I took my Sente. Can we treat G16 as the main stones? Ooh, good point. Let's check it out. George says, what if we look at it this way and say that the A stone is our main stone and the others are helping stones? Well, when you get attacked and then we put the stones back, not a lot of difference. So still a weak stone, I think. I took my Sente and attacked. He can get this exchange in. Let me get on the right button. Just a second. He can make this exchange in Sente. Not that it's a wonderful exchange for him. It's just nice. But the right, my stone's really taking care of that, so no big deal at this point. He sacrifices them. My guess is that's the right thing to do. George plays this. This is almost never right. It's here, then here. Now if I drop down, there's more trouble for white. So if we look at the same thing, I have more of a chance of playing here now, or giving that stone up and playing something else. Anyway, that's a pattern. We usually Hane first. It brings more meaning to the situation. I'm not going to allow him to cut. It's the pattern. Come up. I looked for a different move here. I didn't see it. This seems proper. I decided that if black started to run out, that over the next 100 moves, those black stones will be a burden to him. So I kind of want him to run out. Plays this way. Now when he runs out, not so bad. So I guess I still said to run out. Okay, so I don't kill those stones yet. So there's something to look at here. Let's say I play here. Looks like I have Miai live on one side or the other. So I play here. I make my extension. He comes down. Since I had never played this move, this is Sente to kill. This is very nasty. So it hurts both sides a lot. So I thought this wasn't Miai. So I went ahead and contacted to settle here. Get out, out. I thought now's the time to kill these stones. I didn't want to kill this way because it just seemed like an awful lot of Aji here. If here, Atari. I don't know. There just seemed so much Aji that I pulled back to make it I thought it was a better shape. I guessed that it was a better shape. What I read out suggested it was a better shape. He connects. Okay. Black says my A group is weak. I'll connect home, making an extra 8 points. Okay. How about instead of that, let's play here. Can white now launch an attack against the A stones? No. Black has no options, no room to do anything. I am not prepared. So this move is much bigger than B. Does that make sense, George? Okay. Next option could play this way. That certainly is enough defense on the stones and trouble for white. So this is a pretty slow move. Get out. I thought I was going to play this exchange. That's good for me. The problem is you can just play here, and I didn't do anything. So I played there. This contact helps white. White gets a good shape. How about here? Let's assume my Hane, which helps my other stone, Tari. If I go to live here, this is really big. And notice it's not exactly alive yet. That's Ko. So yeah, I think this is better. Does that make sense, George? I would come out. That's where the points are. That's where a move white wants. Okay. Now when black plays here, I think this is harder for white because this move is no longer Sente. Black's so thick here. I have less I can do, and I'm black is so thick here, I'm getting worried. So I went ahead and came out, thinking my center group can live on its own. In the 1971 Hanimbo, before most of you were born, his nickname was the computer Ishida Yoshiro, played this in a Hanimbo game. And this is Gote, except the corner's now Ko for life and death. And they played it out. And it's like, I have fond memory of those. I studied that book at length as I was trying to get to one done. Comes out. Okay, so this is chasing for center profit. That would make sense. Let's look for a minute at threatening the cut. And white does what? Can white get away with this? Let's find out. I would attack more seriously here. Even if I didn't think this worked, then I'd play here. Now it's worked, so white needs to do something about it. I don't know. This just seems too soft to me. If I back off, I might not even live. So I go to get out, which offers him these 3 stones, but I don't want them. So if I go along with what he wants, I'm still surrounded and I don't have 2 eyes. But I get this move, which really helps my center group. If black plays this way, Atari, and he can't cut me, so that's not a trouble. If he plays this way, Atari and kill, so there's no trouble here for white. Black fixes, now there's trouble, but I don't want to fix this way. And if you read it out, this fixes everything. Everything's fine here. Black plays away. No way I want to run along the second line, so peep, and so now I have good solid life with the in-game on top, which is nice. This in-game on top, this threatens to cut. So you can see that white can do a lot here. That comes out. I don't dare get cut here. This would just be game losing. All standard stuff. I don't want to respond here. It's not quite big enough. This, however, this affects my life. If I say this way, I'm just dead. If I say this way, he correctly decides not to continue because it's just Gota. He's about to die. So he plays away appropriately, goes after the right side. This was a pretty interesting situation here. So I take a big chunk out of the top, so he has no eyes or points. He's only connected out. So that was pretty big. Regular endgame. And this is about where he resigned. And I was reading out, can I play this way? And I really can't. Unless he submits, but he doesn't have to. So I'd have to play this way. And we count up now. Let's do a quick count on the score estimator. White by 11. Yeah, somewhere in there. Okay, good. George, thanks. You always play better even than you do with handicap. Or maybe I play better with handicap and less with even. Okay, viewers, catch y'all later. Thanks, George. Bye.
Okay. Thank you.